So we're getting some questions on what rig we were using. So here's a quick demo on what we used. We were using this thing, Weedeater Line, right here, 0.095 Weedeater Line, right there. Had two different kinds. I don't think it really mattered. I ended up using this one because it was some leftover one from our old Weedeater. So about a 2 foot section of this. And the reason we went with 2 foot is because we're using short rods. We had a little 6 foot rod. Let's see, it was a Mariner 2 from Penn. We also had a 10 foot surf rods. We still kept the 2 foot length and just extended the wire harness to a longer length. I think it was a 2 foot for the wire harness, or correction, the wire portion of it. And that's this piece right here, this Malin Hard-Wire. All right. And that was, I think, yeah, it was a foot and a half, 18 inches for the smaller size one we were using for those 6 foot rods. We had a little crimping tool, picked up from Cabela's. That came in pretty handy. It's the one that has 2.2 millimeter right here, as well as a 1 to 2 to 0.5 to 1 to 0.1 to 0.05, but we ended up using this 2.2 portion of it right here. And we had these crimps that we picked up from Amazon, catch-all tackle, came in a pack, and we were using this size right here, the 2.2 right here for the Weedeater Line, 0.0095. We're actually using the smaller size one that was on the 2 that we were using for some other Weedeater Line. I think it was like 0.065. We use these swivels, ball bearing swivel right here. And it's the one that has the little lock piece here, because you want to make sure you don't, if they pull, it doesn't come loose, versus the other one that has that little snap that'll pop out. And here's those 2 crimps right here. And then we were using one of these slider rigs for our weight right here. Right, and the key thing here is when you're setting it, make sure you push down on this end so you can slide it up and down. We were having a hard time opening it because we were using the wrong end, but figured it out after a while. So we normally use a different little swivel deal or whatever. Here's the Weedeater Line, about a 2 foot deal right here. And all I did was make a loop on one end right here. Take it through. Left about an 1/8 or a 1/4 inch piece right here sticking out, and then I adjusted the loop to about yay big there, and then I crimped it once on the end here and once on the end. I did 3 crimps initially, but then I found that all you needed was 2. So you take the crimping tool, put it on the 2.2 right here, leave about 1/8 of an inch piece there, and then we just crimp it. So one on one end. And I was able to do this to set up some rigs on the fly while we were out on the pier to make some adjustments, or when we broke off. Had a couple times where the shock leader or the line broke and we lost our whole rig on the cast, or just little oopses here and there. Okay, so there it is. So 2 crimps and it flares out nicely right there, and that's it. Okay, so that's one. Next thing is you take your little swivel deal and you put that through like so, and now it just runs the whole length here. And then we'll go ahead and get the other crimp, get that through as well. This time we'll take our snap swivel, put it on there, take it around, There's some other rigs where they use a little, like a, some kind of protector nylon deal here. I guess that would work for those bigger fish and whatnot, but since we're just average Joes just going out there for a little bit, this lasted 3 days with no issue, so we kind of stuck with it. All right, so we've got it on there. Got the swivel, snap swivel. I will now do another crimp again. Okay, and there it is. So we've got, this end is where the wire is going to go and the hook on the end right here. And then this is the one that'll go onto the line or that shock leader. And that shock leader we used was 50-pound test. And this is the shock leader we're using, this Cabela's 50-pound mono right there. So the next thing is the wire. Again, we're using this Malin Hard-Wire. In this case, we use the number 9, which is rated 108-pound test. 108-pound test, 0.022 diameter. We're using a, I believe this was a 7/0 hook. And we got about 18 inches of wire. And what we liked about this is, once we figured out how to do that haywire twist and get these on, we didn't need any other special tools. And there's some good videos. I think Black Tip has a really good channel that gives a good tutorial on this, as well as this one that Land Shark did, Land Shark Fishing. Both of those had some really good tutorials. So I'm still learning this, but I was able to get through at least a trip, and we didn't have any break-offs. Key being that you got to make sure you do the haywire twist correctly. You don't wrap one wire over the other. It needs to be basically twisted against each other. So I'll go do that here real quick, starting out with the one end that is just going to be a loop. At this point, I'll be doing some twisting here. Twist with this hand going one way, the twist with the other hand going the other way. Basically interlocking the wire versus making it one wire wrapping the other, which is basically a barrel twist. They say to do it about 7 times. I think I was doing it about 6 or 7. So there's that, and then we'll then do the barrel twist, which is taking it at the 90 and doing about 2 or 3 wraps around. And then in the past I was using a little clip like a wire cutter, but instead you can just bend it and it'll snap, and then it leaves a nice clean break. All I'm doing is just bending it back and forth. There we go. That one's off, and now I can feel, I can rub it there and it doesn't catch. It's not sharp or anything. Okay, so here's the end product. You got the loop on one end. You got the little slider rig here for the weight. You have the other loop with that barrel snap swivel. Here's the haywire twist piece with the wire, 18 inches. And there's that hook. And we're able to switch these on the fly as need be, because with no tool, break off the tag end by just kind of twisting back and forth. I think there was another one where someone did like a handlebar thing to turn it and it snapped off as well. But check that out on the Black Tip channel, as well as Land Shark Fishing. They've got a really good one. But here, let's see, when we store it, we take off the wire piece, and we actually kept it in 2 separate Ziploc bags. So kept this piece in one Ziploc bag, and we just take this, kind of roll it into a coil, keep that in the other Ziploc bag. And we actually got to use these the whole day, or the whole 3 days we were there. They do rust, so we ended up just throwing those away after the trip. But in the end, we had no break-offs with wire or with the Weedeater line. Of course, we didn't get anything that was huge. I think the biggest one was about 33, 34 inches. Everything else was under that. These were nice because we were able to make these on the fly. The only real big purchase this round was these crimpers that I picked up at Cabela's. These are nice, under 20 bucks, or about 20 bucks. I think I got the last one over here at our local Cabela's over here in Allen. What's nice about it is it comes with these wire crimpers, or wire cutters. So far, I've been happy. It fits in our tackle box, so no biggie. All right, hopefully this was helpful. And until next time, we'll catch y'all later, and good luck and good fishing.